Hello guys, welcome back to our video. So today we're gonna build our own assistant, which is Harry in my case. We're gonna build our own assistant like Alexa, Siri and all. First I'll just open my VS Code, which is my favorite one, and then create a new folder called Harry, like a file called harry.py. You can give any name, like you can call it any name you want for your assistant. I'll give Harry in my case. Next, you can just do it in your terminal, like open your command prompt and type whatever I type here now. We're gonna install stuff. First, we're gonna just go and like install PyTTSX3. First, we're gonna install PyTTSX3. For me, it's already just showing requirement already satisfied. For you to just install. Then we're gonna install speech recognition. All of these are important for creating our own assistant. For me, it's already requirement satisfied. Like I've already installed it. And then we're gonna install Wikipedia. I have just installed everything so that it will be just easy to show you. And then we're gonna install PyWordKit. We're gonna then go and install Flask. This is actually optional. You can just install Flask. As most of the case, it will just not install. But for me, it did not install, so just did it manually. Then we're gonna install Google Trans, which is Google Translator. And then after Google Translator, we're gonna install PyInput, which is PyInput. Actually, we just type PY and PUT. Gonna install it. Okay, then we're gonna just come back to our code editor, and then we're gonna import everything whatever we installed. So first we're gonna import web browser, then we are going to import PyTTSX3, then we're gonna import speech recognition. You may ask, what is PyTTSX3? It is Python text to speech. So it is a version 3, so PyTTSX3. Then we're gonna install speech recognition has SR. SR means it is the short form of speech recognition. Then we're gonna install import date and time, like date time, Wikipedia, and then PyWordKit. We're gonna just give it a short name Haskell. Then from we're gonna just not import everything from Google Translator like trans. We're gonna just only import one or two things from Google Trans. We're gonna import only translator from Google Trans, as it will be a large file, so only one thing which we need is translator. Then we're gonna import time. Oops, a mistake. Okay, we're gonna import time, and then we're gonna import request. These are actually the one which I installed, did the pip install everything. It is just we should install it manually. The other step which I'm typing here, it will be just automatically installed from the beginning, like it will be inbuilt in that. Then we're gonna import OS, then random, and then we're gonna install import tkinter, and we're gonna import everything from that. Then from tkinter ttk, we're gonna import everything. Then again we're gonna just import from time. We are going to import strf time. Then from py and put, py input dot keyboard, we are going to import controller. Okay, now here we're gonna just give a variable like Harry count, like how much times you just repeat the word Harry. You'll just get to know why we are doing all this at the end. You can give any name. Instead of Harry, you can just give any name of your own choice. Okay, then we'll just create a variable called count, and the Harry count is actually needed for this particular program. But if you can just ignore count. Actually it should be count equals 0. Just forgot it to type there. You just type it later. And then we're gonna just make faces. So this faces is for like I've created many programs in this. Like I'm gonna add many programs in this. Like in this file itself, I'm gonna just create more and more. So for that, I'm gonna need faces and all this. So you can just skip count and faces, but everything else, like you just write everything like except the count and faces. Listener is very important. Translator is also important, and this is not just important. You can just skip this API key. You can just get this key from my the description. Just this link and this HTTPS, you can just get it from my description. I'm gonna drop it over there. This is very important. Just don't skip this. The engine.pyttsx3.init. So I'm gonna just initialize pyttsx3, and Sapify is just a product of it. Like from Sapify, we're gonna get all the voices. So just mention Sapify over there. If you know any other group, you can just also enter it there. But I recommend to copy this one as the voice may vary. Okay, I'm gonna type voices there. And then we are going to type engine.setProperty. And then we're gonna give you can also give void, or you can also give voice from there. It depends on you. Like if you give void, it would be just a character of it. You can also give voice over there. It will just work fine. And then we're gonna define the ID voices, then a square bracket 0.id. Okay, next I just recommend you to give a comment out, like a comment to every part. So the first part was importing part, so just give importing over there, and these all are variables. So just give and comment as variable, so that when you just go through it again, you will just easily understand. And you better not edit this, as it is just meant for correcting the pyttsx3. Like it will be installed and everything will be done. But again and again, if you just want to run this, you should type everything. So instead of that, if you just do like follow this step, it would be easy in the coming up codes. So add comments like this, and just also write a note has never changed. You can also change if you know about it, but if you like rather if you don't know anything about it, then just don't edit it. Then we're gonna define speak function. Speak is like if you just say something or type something, not say. If you type something, it will just read it all out for you. So for that, we're gonna define speak, and we're gonna give audio as a parameter, and then we're gonna inside that engine.say audio. So this engine.say, see the variables which I have created there, like in the correcting pyttsx3, there the engine has come. So if you will not, if you skip that, then everything, those 3 lines over there should be written again. So never change it. If you know about it, you can change. But if you are a beginner and you don't know anything, you can just better not change it. Okay, then we're gonna engine.run and wait. So it's just gonna execute and then it's gonna wait. Then we're gonna define wishme. You can skip this if you want. Wishme is whenever you run the program, your assistant, in my case it's Harry, it's gonna say whatever you want. You can just make it to say namaste, or if it is morning, it will just say good morning, and if it is afternoon, good afternoon. It's evening, it will say good evening. So like that. So for that, you're gonna create a variable hover like r, and then in it like int, which is integer, a number, and then I'm gonna give date time dot now bracket r. So it will just the date time, from date time it will just get a defining called now, and from that it's gonna get the r. Then we're gonna type a small if statement, not small, it may be a bit long. It would be r, and if it is like this one, and if it is just smaller or equal to 0 and r is greater than r is smaller than 12, yeah, r is smaller than 12, then it just say good morning. And if in case you use elif, L stands for else, and if it is just if. So else if r is smaller or equal to 12 and r is greater, no, I just made you confused, sorry. R is greater than 12 or equal to 12 and r is lesser than 18, then it will say good afternoon. Or if both of these does not match, then we're gonna just say good evening. Then we're gonna say like I am Harry, how may I help you? Like how may I help you? You can just type anything there, it's gonna say it. So if it is morning, then it will just say good morning, I am Harry, how may I help you? You can just change the line 58. You can give speak and then you can just give anything inside that. It'll just read it or say it for you. Then we are going to define take command function. So the main in all these assistants are, they'll just take command, process it and then give the output. So for that, the output is already done, which is speak. Assistant will also speak and it will also display it. So giving output is almost done. Now I'm going to just give taking input. To take input, we're gonna use our microphone, so that our assistant would use our microphone and whatever we talk, it would be just captured by our assistant, and based on that it would be altered or it will just give us the result. So just create a variable called r, then sr dot recognize, and then you're gonna give a bracket. Then with sr.microphone has source means sr is now r. You can also give r.microphone, but you should give sr.microphone. So use my microphone as source. So the line 65 is saying that use my microphone as source, and then this print bracket double inverted comma /n means it will just leave one line gap and it will just continue the next line. And then you're gonna print call my name and say whatever you want. So if you're just a beginner and you don't know how to use it, you're just new one and you're not the one who created this, then you're just going to say everything detailedly, right? So for that, you can just give a note that call my name and then speak whatever you want. And then r.pause threshold means like if you just pause for 2 seconds or just 2 seconds, then automatically the taking input from the microphone will pause. Then audio will be or.listen source. So whatever you say in source, that will be stored in audio. Sorry for that. Then we're gonna try something, like we're gonna print recognizing. So if this works, like the try part will work, then it will print as recognizing. Then our query would be r.recognize Google audio, and we're gonna give the language. So our query will be the question what we ask or the thing which we need, and that would be stored in audio. So to take that, we're gonna give r.recognize Google. So it is just gonna give it to Google. Google will recognize it and then give it to our assistant. And assistant, what will just do it? It will just take our audio, whatever we speak, it will just take it, and then it will convert it to its own language, and it will display the output in English India, which is English -in, which is India. You can give US or whatever language you may want. Then we're gonna print f string, which is formative string. We're gonna just say user set, and whatever we say it will be printed over there. So we're gonna use f string for that. Then if this try block, the try which we have typed in the line 71, 72, 73, 74, if that does not execute, then it will just go to except. what we're gonna just accept it, like let it go, like that we're gonna do. What we're gonna do, accept exception has E. So exception is an inbuilt function in Python. So we're gonna use that has E, letter E, alphabet E, and it will just say say that again please. It will just print say that again please. I did not understand what you said. There was this disturbance or something else. So can you please repeat? It will just say. It will say it and it will also print it, and then it will just return none. So just did not get anything. So there's nothing. So I just give none. Then it's gonna return our query. Whatever we said, we'll just return it to us. Then the take command is now completed. Now I'm gonna define watch, which is time. You can also give time over there. I just gave watch, and it will just look as watch. You can skip this and make your own. Like you can just give anything else you want. These are all my like you can just say extra functions. You can just skip it. Then we're gonna define watch or time, whatever. Then we're gonna create a variable called string, and we're gonna call strf time. You may ask what is strf time? If I just start explaining it, it will be very long. So you can just find it in YouTube in any other link. And strf time, we're gonna say first, we're gonna type a percentage, then r, which is h, then percentage minute, percentage second, and then percentage millisecond. For a millisecond, you just say p in Python. And then we're gonna create a label dot config. Like we're gonna create a label, and we're gonna configure it as text equals string. So whatever the strf time is, we'll just take it and store it in a variable called text. And then label after. So after all this saving and everything, it is gonna display in 100. 100 means 100%. So we'll just give 100 over there. Then what is gonna what will it display? Whatever it is there in watch. So in line 92, it will just save everything, and in line 93, it will just execute everything. Okay, then we're gonna define what can I do function. So you can just skip it, skip this part, or even you can just type anything you want. Like if you whatever you do in your assistant, like whatever your assistant want to do for you, just give in this. So you are a new one, you don't know what is there in this code, and the author of this is someone else, and you're just very new to this. Then if you just say what can I do, or if you say help, then everything will be displayed what is there in that. Then we're going to type the main function, main program. It would be if name underscore name underscore equals single limited comma underscore main underscore, and then we'll just close the limited comma. Then we're gonna wish me, like we're gonna call the wish me function. If you can just skip wish me if you have not created in the beginning. If you have created, then add it over here. Then you may ask what is name and main, why you used underscore over there. So underscore just stands for, like the Python is going to understand that okay, I should start it wherever the name is defined. So if wherever the name is defined, from there we'll take, and from there we'll just start executing all the Python. Like not in every case, but in this case it's just going to do that. Then we'll create a while true, which is while statement. Then while loop, then we're gonna give query dot take command dot lower. So whatever the take command function has taken input, it sometimes may be in uppercase. So if it does not match over here, then it does not give us the required output. So for that we're gonna convert everything to lowercase. So we're gonna use dot lower over there. Then if Harry in query. So this line 118, like 118 state that if in the input Harry word is used, then continue executing the program. If Harry is not used, then we'll just directly exit. If Harry is used, then what we'll do, we just continue executing the program. What is there next? And then you call Harry. After you call Harry, then if you just say Wikipedia, then what we'll do sorry, excuse me. If you type or say Wikipedia over there, you'll just get the information from Wikipedia. So how we are going to do that? First, we're gonna speak searching Wikipedia. So whatever you want to search, that will be loading over there in that time. Then query will be replaced by Wikipedia. So except Wikipedia, whatever you say, that will be stored in the variable called query. Then after you just display that, what you are going to do is we are going to just take the output from Wikipedia. So now in the line 122, just ask Wikipedia. So you just went to Wikipedia, can you give me information to ask? Later in line 123, you're going to display it. So display would be result. You will just store it in the variable called result. Result would be wikipedia.summary. So just give me summary, just don't give everything from you. Just give me summary. What would be that summary? So query. So that is the input for the Wikipedia, and output would be sentences. Sentences, you can just change the sentences. If you just make it 2, then 2 lines will be displayed. If you just make it 3 lines will be displayed, like that. Then it's gonna print the result and also read it for you. For that, I'm gonna use speak result. Then else if YouTube in query. So if I say YouTube, then what will you do? You will just start a while loop. While loop means continuously it will be running until you stop the exit the break, exit the while loop. What will you do in YouTube? Like we say YouTube, you will just start a loop and you will just be quiet for 1 second. Later, the listener equals sr.recognizer. So there will be a listener, it is a variable. What will be inside listener? Whatever it will just recognize, sr.recognizer. It's a function which we imported in the beginning and installed it. And then we're gonna search. The thing what it will display would be stored in search. So the variable search contains a string. What is that? What do you want to watch or listen from YouTube? It is going to ask us. So first, what it will just do is create variables, and then it will just speak it. It will speak what do you want to do, like it will just speak that, and whatever will give the input, it will be stored in the variable called answer. So that is why I have given answer equals print search. Okay. Then we're gonna sleep for 3 seconds. Sleep means just not sleep. Just wait for 3 seconds. Time.sleep is the computer, like your assistant will not do anything for 3 seconds. It will be just blank. Later that it will just do. You can just skip the line 135. The time.sleep. You can just skip it. If you just want to be very fast, then you can just skip it. And if you just want to be in a medium speed, you can just change the number. I just gave 3 seconds in my case. Then again, we are going to use our microphone to say what we want. We're gonna try with microphone. With our microphone has our source. So our source will be microphone. Then if the source is microphone, so okay, I agree, your source is microphone, then what will do? You just print listening. Okay, everything is ready, I'm listening to you, say whatever you want. Then listener.recognize Google voice. So what does this line say? Whatever I just say, you just recognize from Google, send to Google. Google will do everything and give it back to me. Then whatever the Google will give it back, that will be processed by our Python interpreter. It will process everything and this store in the variable called voice. I just forgot to give source. I just gave source over there. So whatever you just say in the source, that will be recognized by Google. Then it will be stored in voice. And then info, whatever we just speak, information, info, that would be listener.recognize Google. So our information would be whatever given from the YouTube. Like the Google, whatever it will just give us the information, that will be our stored in our info variable. Then we are gonna just leave a line. For that, we're gonna just print, put a bracket and just leave it blank. Then we are going to print like we are just going to print opening. Then we can just open it. Then we will just wait 1 second. Then kit dot play on YT. So kit is Pivot kit which we installed earlier. It is just used to automate WhatsApp, YouTube or anything. So kit dot play on YouTube, whatever, we just give it the input. So info would be our input. We're gonna leave a line. Then 5 seconds we'll wait, and then we're gonna display completed. Then we're gonna sleep for 3 seconds and just break. So if all this works, then what will happen is, if just brief it out, it will just take our information from our microphone, and then we'll just store in a variable called source. Then it will just listen everything again. Then whatever it listens, it will send to Google. Google will interpret it and give it back to our assistant. Then assistant, what will just do? It will just give it to our Pivot kit. The Pivot kit will just open in YouTube and display it for us. Then if it is just gonna give us completed. If this will not work, then just leave it. Come on, pass it. Then after opening YouTube, we must full screen it, right? So for that, key equals controller, which we installed in the beginning, PyNPUT, just remember it maybe. Then key equals controller, key dot press F. So the keyboard, just go and automatically press the F. F stands for full screen in our YouTube. So we just type F over there. Then we're gonna release that.
Good afternoon. I am Harry. How may I help you?
Harry, can you play Monody from YouTube?
What do you want to watch or listen from YouTube?
Monody. I had got the error because it was just like executing this program, and then suddenly it was pressing the F. But in my case, the network was like a bit slow at that time. What happened was it just opened it and it had already pressed it before it opened. So that is why I did not full screen. So I just added this quit here, and I just did a time dot sleep for 5 seconds. Now I'm going to run this and then just show you.
Good afternoon. I am Harry. How may I help you?
Harry, search on YouTube.
You.
Monody. I can also say like search on YouTube. It will work. Okay, now just
ಜಗತ್ತಿನ ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್
you can add much more things in this, but for now I'm just showing you this. I just okay, just completed typing everything on it, right? It took a very long time to do all this. All of these are same, but I just added this one over here. What can I do? I just added here. I just did all these steps in so if I see if I say help in this, it will just go and display whatever it is there. So what can I do? It's going to display in so beginners and Wikipedia, YouTube, and Omegle full screen. Like if I say full, you just full screen my YouTube, and you're gonna have PyPI. You may ask what is PyPI? PyPI is something where you get everything. So just we went to terminal and we typed pip install and the thing what we wanted, right? So everything like all the documentation you will just find it in pypi.org. Try visiting it. This is my playlist which I have just created in YouTube, like different playlist, not my YouTube channel. My likes and then time. So So if I say what is the time, it will just go and do all these things and display the time. Then code, which is VS Code. WhatsApp, which I've installed in my computer over here, it will just open it. Then if I say thank you, then it will just reply me. So I've done many things in this. It took very long time to do all this. So now I'm just going to give you a quick preview. I'm going to say my assistant, which is Harry, to play my likes. So my likes, which is a playlist which I've created in YouTube. I'll give the link below. If you would like to visit it, you can just visit it. I'm gonna run this program and just
Good afternoon. I am Harry. How may I help you?
Harry, can you play my likes? You just got it correct.
Become a certified data scientist in as little as 6 months with Simplilearn's Data Scientist Master's Program online bootcamp that adapts to your
Just played my playlist here. In my case, just played my playlist and full screened it. And here's my playlist. I have always just want it and I give the link below. So that's it for this video. Just try doing everything. If you want this code, like my Harry, which I have done everything like YouTube and all these things, I'll just give this link also, and I'll just give the link which was there before. That will be this program to me, like the same program, but I just changed many things. I've saved the program which we were typing before, so even I just give the link for that one too, and I just give the link for this one too. Try to subscribe, like and share this video. Hope you like my assistant Harry. I just give you the links to my GitHub so that you can just access this. And if you just want to copy and paste, you can just do it. But I just don't like.
And if you think this video was helpful, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And also press the like button and click on the bell notification to get my instant update. Thank you.